Hello and welcome. It's Gillys Cube and I'm here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, and it's kind of my art lab day today. I'm testing out some products together to see what kind of results I get. I'll show you the products that I'm going to use, but of course because it's the very first time that I am testing them, I won't go through ratios until I see the result. So I'm using, this is all going in my white paint. So I've got some Global Metallic Pearl, the Global White, I have got Floetrol, Australian Floetrol, and I've got some Global Pouring Medium, and I found this in my premium enamel paint, ultra high gloss polyurethane. Oh, what's the brand now? Norglass. So this is going in it. So I have basically put all those ingredients that I just showed to you in my white. I have wrote down on the side here what I put in, and I'm going to do a puddle pour over colours, and I'm going to see if I get any cells. So if it works, I will then share with you the ratios, but if it doesn't, then it's back to the drawing board. But I'm just trying my own little thing here with those paints. I am using today some of the folk art, which is plaid, isn't it? Colour shift. So I've got the pink fuchsia, I've got the violet flash. So all of these little paints I have mixed up, and that one's folk art, sapphire blue, plaid. All of these I have mixed up with just Floetrol. So I started off with 50% paint and 50% Floetrol, and then just and added a little bit more Floetrol till I got this sort of consistency that's not too thin, not too thick. It just leaves a little trace on top of the paint. Or that one was the colour shift black finish metallic. So they're all metallics, and I'm just doing this test of my own here with these paints. So I hope that one looks a little bit thick, so I might just add, if anyone seems thick, I'll add a little bit of water instead of more Floetrol. So these have got, like I said, 50% paint, 50% Floetrol. Then just add either a bit of water or a bit of Floetrol to get to kind of runny consistency, but feeling as though it's got a little bit of body in it, that it won't just, it's not just like water. So, but definitely a little bit thicker than I've done my flood coat. So it's just a test, and I might not use all of these colours, but I'm just going to give it a go. So I may start off with the colour shift black flash. So I'm going to just pour them all in a puddle at the centre of this 40 by 50 centimetre canvas. I'm just having to keep an eye on my camera because it keeps turning off, whatever reason it does. So I don't know if there's a power shortage here, that I don't know. But anyway, let's get this show on the road. So I'll start with doing these puddles. Puddle one, puddle. I'll go the yellow because I'm sure that'll puddle. I will go the green over the yellow. I'm going to really push my luck here with these colours, so I might do the sapphire. And then go the, whatever this one was. And just a little bit of that. I'm going to call it quits there. And I am now going to, but that looks gorgeous. I should see what that comes out like. I am now going to pour my top coat. It's got all those ingredients in, but we'll just see what it does. It might send it an absolute big mess. So I'm just going to flood it with this all the way over the top. So I'm told if you're going to try and create any cells out of anything, you've got to have your underneath paint a little bit thicker than the flood coat. So I'm not going to torch that or do anything with it. So like I said, this is just a complete test. So let's see if I can roll this paint out over the colours.
Meet me here at this time tomorrow. There's something you need to know. I got used to see you as a friend, but deep inside the sun.
Try to, look at the cells popping up. Always try to provide my knowledge and information, definitely free from me, but trying to do the best I can do to give people opportunities, budget conscious opportunities, not trying to lead you to go out and buy all the expensive stuff. Oh, look at this, looky. Look at the cells I am getting. Oh, it might be a thing, I'm not sure if I should have run that off a bit more, but my goodness, look at those pearl cells popping up. I know that I'm supposed to leave this, and I'm not sure if I should have run more of the white off it, because I've never done this particular type before, but I'm going to give it a hit with the heat one, and then I am just going to leave it to develop, I suppose, and see what gorgeousness we get, if any. Don't want to burn the paint. And then if it comes into something gorgeous, I will give you the quantities. Not that I measure anything, as you know. So I am going to go away and leave this now. I'm going to go make a cup of coffee and I will be back. Ooh, looking good. Okay, we are on about an hour after I poured. So that white void has sort of diminished a little bit, but certainly not completely. I definitely feel that my white needed to be thinner, but I've done a few other little pieces and thinned the paint down. So until I really get the consistencies right, I don't really want to share those particular amounts with you because they're not correct yet, but definitely calling it Gillys gems because they're not kind of pearls for sure. They're gems. There seems lots of emerald in there, and there's some rubies and sapphires. So Gillys gems it is. Until tomorrow, bye for now. Take care.
I got used to see you as a friend, but deep inside the sun